And hello, everyone. We're here on June 28th, 1942 to see what we can see. Um, Pressure. Oof. How do you miss the cargo ship? It probably would have been a dud anyway. Just like that. All right. I am supposed to have some night bombing because I need to keep his, well, there goes that. Um, all right. Bummer. Oh, well, I didn't expect that. So the Tasmania Maru, the narwhal hit it. One torpedo. It may sink, but it seems like the full-size cargo ships require two torpedoes to sink. I don't know for sure why I'm watching this, but I am, so I guess to see if we can watch something cool happen. I have my doubts. You know, torpedoes don't hit these things. I don't think these boats are gonna hit these. Well, we got to see them fire anyway. It is nighttime, so neither side hits. Oh, Batavia. Okay. Now this is yeah, he's gonna take this out. Okay. I don't know what that was, if it was one of our aircraft shot down, one of his, or what. All right, well, bombing at Dilly. Yep, our poor guys. East Bordeaux. Oof. 15 disabled non-combat squads. Yeah, these poor guys too. Pardon me. And Padang. All right. Hopefully, whatever we're damaging, which we didn't damage any of the lilies, hopefully damaged aircraft will struggle back and crash. Well, we can always hope. Now we're bombing. It's possible with this bombing raid, our tanks would have done more damage last turn. We're not doing an attack today. I am waiting to supply my troops there in northern New Caledonia. I'll explain briefly. Hey, I hear a sinking sound. Maybe it's that cargo ship we torpedoed. Man, that I-123 is a magnet for bombs, but it won't die. The narwhal couldn't get to. That's a shame. It didn't. This one wasn't the one that sank. Man, we've had a terrible Mark 14 percentage. I mean, okay, we got one. I'm not really. I am kind of complaining, but uh, one out of what 10 we fired today. Um, I haven't been keep track over the last few days either. Here's a deliberate attack on this road. Surely he'll kick us out now, right? I can't even believe that. But certainly the numbers are in his favor now. All right. Bombardment at Wenshow. Okay. All right, on a bombardment attack, we destroyed 2 tanks, or vehicles, I should say, because it could be trucks, maybe. I don't know enough about that, but maybe trucks, like trucks in his artillery unit. I don't know. Anyway, all right. Pegu bombardment. Rangoon. Okay, Kapah. Hmm. Yeah, we're just bombarding. By the way, we knocked out, I believe it was the 20th Division. That's the one that I was trying to figure out what we destroyed, the 20th Division. But the rest of these, of course, are still here. Um, and look at this Naval Guard unit. I bet the 20th Division and this Naval Guard, he turned off of repair or replacements on. He may have turned it off, all of the things. Maybe he's low on supplies and doesn't want to bleed his supplies by replacing. But this certainly weakening it. Let's finish this. See, it's 1,077 to 376. It's 3 to 1. I just don't want to attack until we get supplies in here. And we're bombarding in Australia. Our tanks have gotten out of this crossroad, trying to get back into here. And then we should have tanks to do an attack next turn. We got a couple of bombardments in China to wrap up the turn. So Bamo, I don't know how to pronounce that. My apologies. Bamo is what I'll say. Airfield 1, Savai, port size 3. Nice. Okay, I did want to point this out. I'm not going to spend a lot of time. Look at the sad situation, supply situation. This is why I'm not attacking. But we do have an amphibious supply run here, 4,000 or sorry, 8,000 supplies gonna unload here. I don't know why it's not going up this road. I'm not understanding it. We've got plenty of supplies. I um I even released, let's see. I even released some supplies from this base because I changed this to default supplies required, but it all went back here to Numea instead of flowing up the island. But anyway, I've got amphibious transports gonna unload, and probably the following turn. So we'll unload supplies, get supplied, hopefully unload in one day, get supplies in here, and then so today we'll bombard again. Um, and I've got bombers dropping supplies, but forget that now. We'll shift to an airfield attack. Because maybe we can also burn some more of his supplies. Okay. And we'll still fly the C-33s, a supply run with C-33s. But yeah. In fact, what I may do, I've got some more transport planes, I think, back here somewhere. Um, let's listen, I don't want to do this right now. But the idea is I'm going to get some transport planes flying here and we'll build this supply level up. I really wanted to show you this because I like to keep you all apprised what's going on. And it looks like we lost one aircraft, he lost five. Let's look at the details real quick. Um, we lost a B-17, possibly for supply transport, and he lost five aircraft, one to flag this Jake. You can take a look here. It's not big numbers anyway, so I don't want to waste a lot of time here. We didn't lose a B-17 crew, so that's good. And we only have the Dutch coastal minesweeper that sank. Anyway, on to the next day. Um, be right back. And here we are, June 29th. Let's see what's going to happen today. We do have an attack brewing, if I remember correctly. It's actually been 3 days since I've sent the turn off, and we got it back today. And the British, ah, come on. Can't have you copying the Americans. Ah, frustrating. All right, here we are trying to do a night raid. I'd like to see if we can actually damage the base here and maybe some aircraft on the ground. It looks like we're able to shoot down some Oscars here. I'm going to push through. These 12 fortresses should get through. Maybe take a lot of hits, but I don't know how long this combat's going to take. I kind of feel like this pushing through. Now, maybe it's worth doing just to shoot down the night cap, because we're not hitting the base. Uh, but here's the reason I'm doing it. The moonlight's still pretty good, so trying to get in there. There is light rain. We are hitting, pardon me, aircraft on the ground, which is really what we. This is what we wanted to do, especially zeros, nice. But if we can, I mean, if we're shooting down cap, I guess that works too. Hmm. Um, it might be faulty memory, but I thought we were night bombing in Burma too. Maybe not. That might be a day raid. I think we have sweeps and then a day raid, but we'll find out here soon enough. All right, I'm unloading. This is funny because I'm unloading supplies. The goal isn't even to bombard, it's to get these, but we can see as 10 centimeter guns. This Silksworth and another AK is actually unloading supplies. I'm telling you, for some reason, we're just not getting any up this road, so the cargo ships have to unload it. I'm not doing an attack there. As discussed, just not enough supplies to make it a defensible action. I'm not sure what low supplies does anyway. Uh, I mean, in the context, if you have like say half supplies that are required, if you do an attack, are you a half strength? I mean, how does that math work? Okay, got a couple subs by Luganville, which we knew about. Okay, we're sweeping here because we're gonna bomb here, and it looks like he's not protecting it. That's fine because we're gonna do an attack there. All right, so we have this is of course the AVG. We're gonna hit this, and then we're gonna follow up with some P-38. So, I could let this run for a little bit, but I think we're flying at 20K, which is not our optimal height altitude. The idea was to hopefully get above them, but I don't think we are. I think they're on par with us. Our P-38s will be higher. So if we do some fighting here at 20K, then our P-38s hopefully sweep in from 31. Now, nice kill here. Now, our bombers, I hope, wait till the P-38s come first. Now we have to fight zeros, which definitely a different plane than the Oscar, that's for sure. Oh. Now, one reason I'm okay with this, I don't like to lose one plane or one pilot, but these are going to be withdrawn soon. Let's use them up. Yeah, oof. All right. Oh, we got to see some of this action. Um, I mean, I guess it's almost done. Well, they're just taking turns shooting, although we're taking the brunt of that. So, oof. Come on, get a kill before you go home. We lost. You know, that was not a good fight. We probably lost twice as much as it does say 1 to 2. I think it's going to be like 2 destroyed 4, something like that. I'm surprised he didn't cap that division. I guess he figures, well, it's a lost cause and I don't want to waste aircraft over it. There we go. And we are diving because we're coming up from 31,000. All right, nice. So the AVG cleared the Oscars out, and then the Lightnings took out the Zeros. Alright, this is just bombing at Iloilo. And we got bombing at Padang. And more bombing there. I guess one was against the ground units, one against the base. Now, see, here's our bombers. Hopefully we inflict some disruption, fatigue, damage, etc. in advance of the attack I would like to put forth. Now, we have moderate rain. That's obviously going to be a problem. And 4 disabled, non-combat. So he can't rebuild these without supply. So I mean, there is that. But anyway, yeah. Further sweeps, which will, I obviously in hindsight was unnecessary. Hmm. Something crashed or got shot down. Alright, bombing Dealey. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, that's Banjarmasin. These are the troops in the mountains. Trying to get out of there. Hard to bottom out in the... Well, no, actually it's easier to bottom out in the shallow, but we are damaging near misses. Just some... Uh, okay. Some glancing blows, but hey. If it does a little bit of damage and chases the subway, we'll take it. Alright, deliberate attack here on the road, which he's been bombing before he attacks, but I think he knows we're so weak that he's not going to bother. So I'm gonna stop doing the LR cap, and we get kicked back anyway. So yeah, it wasn't meant to last. It was a holding. It was just a holding unit, which it did its job. Okay, Wenshaw bombardment, and okay, Sion Road bombardment. Well, all this is very Sion related. It's all associated with his push on Sion. 2 versus 1. Okay. Oh, deliberate attack here. I think this is gonna carry though day if not today, very soon. Because well, these armored cars. I mean, we can't do anything to his armored cars, and we're just getting beat up, even with odds. Maybe not in our favor, but odds are even. But anyway, just can't beat armored units with our Chinese infantry. All right, bombardment at Batavia. Iloilo. Here, okay, so finally he's doing his deliberate attack. He's been bombing it like crazy. I don't see how we can survive. See this? Yeah, they were so like, I don't know how they even had AV. I don't understand. See this? This is what it was. It went from 135 to 8 just because of the devastation by bombing. Also, we had 0 leaders. I mean, essentially worthless leaders, comparatively anyway. Morale, everything was like terrible. And then, and then he had fatigue, but that only goes so far to helping us. So we were able to disable some. That won't do much except to maybe slow him down. All right, so enough about that. What I was gonna say is ultimately, I think that's the last base on Philippines. So there you go. Maybe MacArthur will someday return. Now he has Imperial Guards Division. I don't think I think he's gonna attack next turn, and that's fine. We've held, look, we've held this a lot longer than historical in southern Burma. So if he knocks us out and destroys us, fine. I mean, we did our job, slowed him down. That's the idea here. The idea with a lot of this stuff. Now, if all I'm doing is slowing him down in 6 months, I'm doing something wrong. And it's possible I'll be doing something wrong. But the point is, this is the phase of the war that you're still kind of trying to buffer your positions with units to slow them down, and then eventually you can do counter offensives. Anyway, successful defenses, counter offenses, all right, so we take some casualties here. This is our deliberate attack. See how we do. We do have a tank unit in here. Well, it's really tank destroyer, but they act like tanks with some decent soft attack. Let's see, it's 1-to-1. Even with terrain, it's 1-to-1. But that's because he has fatigue. See, he goes from 438 to 346 instead of triple. But because of fatigue, experience, and supply, um, you know, let's take a look here. We do lose some things, including a couple vehicles, a couple of guns, and one squad. He's losing some too. It's not quite 1-to-1 losses, although these 27 don't help us at all. But um, again, he can't replace these 40 set, whatever. These disabled are just disabled. There's no getting him back into action. So anyway, that that was semi-successful, and we're wearing him out, making him use up what supply he does have. He's low on supply, but now he's even lower on supply, and let's see. I'll be flying cap, long range cap here now from now on instead of sweeping because he may be trying to bomb me now. But okay, I'm gonna give it like 2, 3 days because this where is it? Oh, it's not in there yet. We're bringing a okay, maybe it's still here. Pardon me. We're bringing another Australian, that small Australian tank regiment, we're bringing it in here. Plus, I think we've got more artillery coming. We'll give it a 2 or 3 more days, and we'll, in the meantime, just keep bombarding, and then we'll do another attack like it. Hmm. Probably July 1, 2, or 3, something in there. We'll just feel it out. I'll be keeping an eye on my fatigue and disruption and see if it's something we can do. Okay. Um, bombarding here. And then last and probably least, okay, a few backwater areas being built up. And then I'll briefly talk about the after action information and so forth. All right, got it. Okay, some yard minesweepers. Let's see. Air unit. Okay. Ooh, nice. Okay, I'm liking what I'm seeing here. Some decent 267th Armored Brigade. Okay. We'll have to look at all this stuff. This is AA pool. Okay. Oh, yeah, but some Soviet stuff. I mean, hey, hopefully they come in handy soon. I doubt he's going to be attacking Soviet Union, by the way. Of course. Got some convoys. Those can be very useful as well. All right, be right back. All right, so I wanted to start here because I was hoping to see something better than this, but it's just like terrible supply situation. Like for example, a Miracle Division should have 2544 supplies. It only has 944. I've got supply drops supposed to be going, and who knows? The bombers didn't go, so maybe the supply drops didn't as well. I do have another amphibious group going, loading up supplies to head out and deliver some more supplies there. And this one also, let's see. So this is terrible. 16 land. That's the problem. I haven't been as careful with some of these like this, just a quick supply run. I didn't think too much about it, but I did change the leader here, and this guy has 52 land. I'm hoping he can come around here and unload a lot of stuff here. I wish there was a way to tell your people that hey, get trucks up here with supplies ASAP. But anyway, our bombers didn't go. It just seems like this whole area just failed me this turn. All right, let's take a look at the numbers. We lost 8 aircraft. He lost 16, so literally 1 to 2. And he lost 9 Oscars, 5 air-to-air. That isn't all over Australia, although a lot of it probably was. Maybe we'll say two were shot. I think two were so 2 to 3. Two shot down in Burma, three in um, no, three in okay, sorry. two in Burma, yeah, three in Australia. Four ops, who knows where, and it really doesn't matter how it's broken down. Zeros, these, we did destroy one on the ground there in Australia, four over Burma. We lost four AVG aircraft, hopefully not pilots, which we'll look at in a second. Two Airacobras to ops flying this sweep. One Sally, one Kingfisher, and one B-25, 6B. Yep, 8 to 16. Okay. Pilots, yeah. Fortunately, we only lost one killed and one missing. These, I don't know where they're going to be from. I'm going to guess they're both AVG. A couple of wounded also, but hopefully they're coming back. Ship sunk. We didn't even, well, Krusty shot at something, but completely whiffed. Otherwise, there was no ships even attacked. This will be in the hex this turn, probably even if it's bombed, which, by the way, I'm going to flip to combat because it will get in here regardless. And I think in combat move mode, well, combat mode while moving, it'll hopefully, I think, take less bomb. If it's bomb, take less damage. This is clear hex, so the weather looks fine or fine-ish. So if he decides to bomb here, I'm not going to cap this. If he decides to bomb here, I don't want to lose a bunch of stuff. But this, by the way, let's see. Um, anyways, this he may not even bomb. He may or may not bomb. But we've already seen, maybe because of the, uh, well, partly because of the weather, but also the terrain, we've seen that you can't be that successful. We were bombing his troops, and it wasn't doing anything, or very little. So, I'll probably flip these bombers off, to be frank. Hmm, I mean, they're not that worn out. Um, but yeah, man, it's like, have we even done anything to reduce what he has? Well, we have almost double the troops, but anyway. Okay, let's just flip these back to bombard. Well, let's not yet. Let's look at this. So these are what attack. Okay, not bad at all. Um, let's see, 1/4 of the division, or I should say 1/5 of the division is disabled. Um, let's flip this on. Yeah, 1/5 of the tanks. I'll just call them tanks. Now the Australians are in good shape. Well, it won't hurt to do bombard. There's no rush, honestly, and no need to get our troops beat up. Um, Also, one other factor I wanted to point out. We have the first Australian Corps arrived on the scene, and I am going to. It honestly won't get there in time, but here's the thing. It has a command radius of 1, so that means that when it's unpacked, it will start moving, but it will also project that command bonus, and maybe it already will, but that'll help hopefully get things, what do I want to say? Get things um, get these disabled units in shape. Uh, let's look here. Well, let's just pick one of these guys. We have plenty of support in the hex, so um, probably okay. Anyway, I'll go through all this. There's some things I want to do. Like, for example, I want to get this guy moving to here. Anyway, we'll go through some of this stuff another time. But you can see the situation here for now. We're looking at this daily, these a little bit. He's going to have about 40,000 plus, give or take, troops here. And he may, once he regroups here, start coming out again, or he may decide to pick him up, leave all entirely, or pick him up and drop him somewhere south. There's always some things that we'll have to be mindful of. And if he's looking at us here, which is detection 9 of 10, which he probably is, he's going to see our troop level as 22,000. And, he's going to have to try to think about what he can do about us. Um, I'm not sure what numbers he'll see. We see 190 guns and 73 vehicles. Um, would he see it here, like 364 vehicles? Let's see, guns 320 and 22,000 troop. So if he's looking at us, he's probably thinking, "Oof, this is going to be a tough nut to crack," and so is this, and um, 38,000. 652, wait, yeah, 652 vehicles, um, 560 guns. So I know that doesn't mean necessarily combat power, pound for pound, but still. All right, it's that. All right, we got a couple of hot spots here on Timor. And of course, we've got some activity going on down here. Okay, this guy is getting close to flipping into that next hex. The rest of these are slowly moving. And Burma, Burma is becoming a quandary. He probably will attack us here, but there again, that's fine. Um, we only have one fort level. It's what it is. Level 5 forts here. That's crazy. Um, and do I see a little pip? No, I do not. So I don't know what he's doing here. Oh, never mind. He's going west. He will be attacking us here. When he gets into this hex, because he can't just do an auto shock, we'll remove these recon planes then. Um, We're cutting across here. We're halfway. This guy's heading down the road he's going to get into this spot. I don't know that that's going to cause a lot of issues, but being here and here, but hopefully he has supply issues up here. I guess we'll find out. I mean, we may never know, but it won't keep us from trying. Um, Slowly rebuilding this Chinese unit. I'm trying to get it up high AV because I don't like the 226. If he comes up here with several divisions, this is going to fall. But we got a bunch of reinforcements in India, for what it's worth. Um, these guys are close to their destination. And that's the other thing. The rail goes down here and then over, which I don't. I mean, it'd be nice, obviously, if it came around the back door, so we could move troops this way as well. Now, historically, they Lashio, I think even Mike Kina were fell. The Japanese held more or less all this um, by I think by this time in the war, in fact. But so we're doing a little better than historically, although who knows? Because he just keeps coming and coming and coming, and we're doing worse historically in other theaters, so can't compare there. Okay, so yeah, the anyway, it just got some stuff happening in this area, mostly shuffling of troops. Um, looking here, yeah, this is where we got kicked out, and the this might be it right here. It's really wrecked. So we'll just divide this unit and for now. You got plenty of time. In fact, he's cutting across here. Man, I don't understand. That's nuts. I mean, I guess it's possible that it'll be quicker to cut across here than to go down around, but that just seems kind of an interesting way to do it. Um, building this fortifications up, although the supply level is pretty sad. Okay. Um, we're cutting across, speaking of, up here, and slowly, very slowly. Anyway, so China's kind of slow, some activity, but it's relatively slow. We're trying to supply this with aircraft, although that has its own challenges. We're trying to supply Padang, but there again, challenges. Anyway, SingCap is not looking too healthy, but yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up here. But so far, things are progressing about as expected. Um, because I definitely didn't expect to destroy this. Hey, you can hope, but didn't expect it. And then down here, I mean, actually, this isn't as expected. I was hoping these numbers, at least some of them, would be white. These are the guns and the engineers, combat engineers. We'll keep it on bombard, but man, I'm not gonna bombard if there's not much that's used to bombard. It feels like a waste of supplies. Yeah, but this has decent guns. But anyway, we just gotta unload even more, and we do have more cargo ships building up. When I get these cargo ships up here, I'll transfer it all under one commander, and he'll hopefully be um, a better than the other guy. So let me look at this. Maybe I can grab a couple of destroyers while I'm at it, right? I'll just add this one. It's French. We want to get him into the action. He wants to do something. So, um, all right. Well, this guy's sitting here doing nothing too. All right, let's transfer him to here. Yeah. All right. I think that looks good. So yeah, let's see where this takes us. It looks like he's withdrawn his some of his subs. Okay. By the way, when these are done escorting these cargo ships, they're gonna lay mines here, uh, because I think this is gonna take a while to work down. We do have a lot of troops here, 38K. A lot of guns, a lot of vehicles, and so forth. But first of all, we got to get our supplies figured out. And second of all, these guys are not out of supply, I don't think so. All right. Well, I've been rambling way more than I like, and or anyway, and so I will end this, and we'll come back and we'll talk about June 30th turn resolution, and we'll see you then. Until then, have a good rest of your day. Take care of yourselves. Bye.